How do we know when Satan is accusing us before the Father? This question is out there, and perhaps I shouldn't even answer it. Peter went through his sifting, Job suffered through his trials, and Judas eventually became possessed by Satan. These three men apparently didn't know they were before the Father's throne, with Satan, as Satan was accusing them of something, demanding their very lives. These men did not simply go before the Father's throne, and then the next second they were turned over to Satan. Satan went before the throne of God with these men, in advance of them actually being placed in Satan's hands. Come on, Stan. They went before God's throne with Satan? You're nuts. Well, I probably am. But nonetheless, the throne of God had Satan the accuser and these accused men before it. As I said before, these men most likely didn't know they were not only before God's throne, they didn't know they were being accused. Thus, the first answer is, we may not know when Satan is accusing us. Malachi told us that he saw Joshua standing before God's throne, wearing rags, and Satan was standing there accusing him. How furious was Satan when God said, "Give Joshua a whole new set of clothing." Now then, there was a time when I was having visions of someone pushing my face into my running table saw blade. At the time, I didn't know what to do. Then, after several months of these nightmarish visions, I was under my pickup grinding my exhaust pipe off. The grinding wheel kicked back into my face, splitting my lip wide open. The visions never came back. Another spiritual something that happened to me was an impression I was going to break or crush my lower right leg. When those impressions came, it was like I could literally feel something squeezing my leg. As a result of my leg going to be hurt, I prayed to God for protection from Satan. My leg has a bad varicose vein, and it popped one day, and it was then that those attacks ended. My whole so-called adult life, I have been bombarded in my mind with my personal sins, my failures because of a lack of wisdom, my losses because of my wisdom, and how I should have done so much more with my life. Every time I am hit with visions, impressions, and an attempted takeover of my mind with guilt, shame, sorrow, and grief, Satan and I are before God's throne, and Satan is accusing me. Now whenever anything like the previous events happen to me, I try to instantly pray. I literally say something like, "Lord, Satan is accusing me of something, and he is threatening my physical life. Father, he knows better than to lie to you. So whatever he's accusing me of, it must be true. Father, I ask for your forgiveness. I ask for your mercy, and finally I ask for your protection because of what Jesus went through for me. In Jesus' name." Now I'm actually trying to pray for other things when I know Satan and I are before God's throne. My answer to the question, how do we know when Satan is accusing us before the Father, is as follows. When you are being hit with visions, impressions, guilt, shame, sorrow, grief, and the likes, and these things literally make you depressed and ready to give up, this is when you are being sifted and tried, and it's at these times you had better pray for your life.